Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing and leaving me a comment at the end of this video. So guys, the Latino and Hispanic community actually is falling out with each other on the internet. I don't know what's happening because this is blowing up on the internet, especially on TikTok. For you guys who don't have TikTok, or you might have missed this, I got you covered because I got a couple of videos that I've compiled for you guys to check out. But what's happening? Let me know in the comment section. For us all, we know that the Latino community, especially their men, voted for Donald Trump. Over 60% of Hispanic community, they voted for Donald Trump. And now everybody is calling each other out, especially after Trump announced that he is planning to deport very many illegal immigrants. And many in the Latino community are gonna fall victim to this. So people have been calling and canceling themselves. Women are calling out their men. But let's check the videos and then I'm gonna come back and give my commentary.
I'm truly at a loss for words. A Latino man told CNN that he voted for Donald Trump, but thinks it would be unfair if Trump deported millions of people like he's promised to. Just take a look.
If they let in hundreds or thousands of people who already have criminal records, if deporting them creates a mass deportation, I'm all for it.
But what if rounded up in all of that are people who work on a farm? They're doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do. Does that worry you?
That wouldn't be fair. Of course, they need to make sure that they don't throw away, they don't kick out, they don't deport people that are family oriented.
Now look, I gotta be honest. I could dunk on this guy and try to debunk him and things like that, but this clip actually makes me pretty sad. Because it's clear that this guy, along with many other people that voted for Donald Trump, have no idea what's about to happen. And what's about to happen is that Donald Trump is going to do everything in his power to deport millions of people. Even if you just overstayed your green card, you've been here for 20 years, you're working a job, you have a family here, your kid goes to school here. Donald Trump is coming after those people too, whether guys like this think it's fair or not. And also, this is no secret. Donald Trump has been telling us he was going to do this for quite some time. He's vowed to deport millions of undocumented migrants and said that it has no price tag. So I agree that it's unfair. It's tragic what Donald Trump is going to do to millions of folks. But unfortunately, people like that guy voted for Trump. They think it's unfair, and yet they ignored his warnings anyway. And now we're stuck with Trump for 4 years.
You know what's really funny about this whole Latinos for Trump? You just voted to deport yourself. And when they come for you, and they will, they've promised it, they're working on it as we speak, saying I voted for Trump is not going to save you. Even being born in America is not going to save you. So congratulations, you just literally voted to have your entire bloodline deported. Awesome job, guys. Very smart.
Because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm actually rooting for Latinas and Latinos who voted for Trump. I really am. I really hope that they get everything that they voted for, and I hope that they never forget who they voted for. So when they're waving goodbye to their undocumented partner because they got deported back, I want them to remember who they voted for. When their abuelita needs life-saving care, but there is no Medicaid because it's been slashed to the bone, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases and they are harassed incessantly because they will never be white, I want them to remember who they voted for. Call me petty, but sometimes getting exactly what you voted for is the only way to understand it.
I can't believe that the Latinos voted for Trump. I can. I believe it 100%. Girl, y'all have to stop acting like it is just Cubans that are racist and conservative in the Latino community. Coming from a Colombian girl Look at the politics of Colombia. Yes, I know our president is like more left-leaning this time and very progressive. But, girl, look at the politics and the history. Look at their stances on abortion. I know she's decriminalized. However, that just means that you can't go to jail if you get an abortion, okay? Or if you're a doctor that conducts an abortion. That does not fucking mean that it is socially accepted. Turn on Telemundo. You tell me how many people of color you see on Telemundo. You tell me how many brown and black people you see on that show. Tell me if they're casting. Turn on Caracol. Tell me how many people of color you see on there. Like, I don't want to hear it that we're this progressive community. We're not. So yeah, I 100% believe it. And for all of these freaking people who are Latinos that voted for Trump, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. He doesn't like you. He never liked you. And he's never gonna respect you. And if y'all weren't born here, he's gonna try and find a way to get you deported. So congratulations for looking stupid.
White man, white woman, and Latino man handed Trump the presidency. So Latino men that voted for Trump, we gotta talk. If that man goes through with the promises that he's made, like mass deportations, like denaturalization, aggressive border policies, attacks on reproductive rights that could affect your mothers, sisters, and daughters, then I hope that you stand on business to support your family and the community that you claim, in the same way that you stood on business to support this man. That's it, that's my commentary. Y'all keep saying that familia is a core value for you, so stand on it and show up.
Imagine my surprise when I learned that it was Latinos that put this man into office. I was 4 years old when I was first asked to stand before an immigration official and explain why I deserved to go to the United States. I was 4. I was 9 when a Border Patrol agent woke me up by shouting in my face so close I could feel his breath, pointing a flashlight in my face, asking me if I spoke English. I was 11 when SB 1070 first passed in Arizona, and I was terrified that I would be targeted or my loved ones would be targeted because we might look Hispanic. I was 13 when a shoddy immigration lawyer gave my family bad advice and permanently separated us. I was 15 when a boy from school was violently stalking and threatening me, and I couldn't go to the police because I was undocumented. I never even told my parents. They still don't know I just moved schools. I was 18 when I decided I wanted to become an immigration attorney so that no family would ever have to go through something like this ever again. And for the last 8 years, I've worked in immigration, advocating for immigrant rights and fair and reasonable immigration law and policy. So imagine my surprise when I learned that it was Latinos that put this man into office. The community that I've been fighting for and the people that were supposed to be fighting alongside me would rather aspire to whiteness than to reform an organization that has been dehumanizing and villainizing and abusing our community for the last 30 years. I have no words today. I'm just rethinking my whole ass life. I hope that you are doing okay and making some space for your mental health. Mañana será otro día y la lucha sigue.
Oh, you can't just blame Latino voters. Like, yes, the fuck I can. And I say that with my immigrant ass passport, okay? Yes, you can blame the campaign. Yes, you can blame the party. But at the end of the day, there's this little thing called personal accountability. In 2016, I was a little bit more lenient because, okay, people just don't know. They don't understand the consequences. But we lived through that presidency. What I'm hearing now, even from immigrants, undocumented immigrants, because yes, if you have TPS, if you had DACA, you're still undocumented under federal law. Oh, it wasn't that bad under Trump. Oh, Trump's not gonna do anything. Oh, he didn't do anything last time. Oh, yes, he didn't. He tried. The only thing that stopped him was a full resistance movement that filed lawsuits for every single one of his executive orders. What really gets me is that a lot of people who have undocumented family or themselves are undocumented will ultimately need the help of other people who told y'all, don't let this man back in office. Relying on people like myself who have been doing immigration advocacy for years, it generally makes me not want to do this shit anymore. Like next year, a lot of us are going to be helping people that couldn't even help themselves by voting for their best interest. You know where gas really going to be cheap? In fucking Mexico. Yeah, it is.
This Latino Trump supporter regrets voting for Donald Trump. They don't want to play with my kids in the neighborhood, Trump supporters. What advice would you give Latinos like him? I would just say, you should have voted for Kamala Harris. Leopard, meat face, eat it. You deserve it. You deserve every single thing you get. I can't wait to see more Leopard Eats Face posts because, bro, like she said, we tried to tell y'all. We've been trying to tell y'all with facts and statistics and reasoning and even try to appeal to emotions. But no, you guys, they weren't hearing any of that. All they cared about is Donald Trump's lies and misinformation. All they cared about was themselves. They weren't, but really they were. It's like, did you guys read a book? Did you read Project 2025? Did you realize that you're voting against your best interest because Latino people, they're trying to bump them out of the U.S. And it's like, why would you vote for your own demise? Like, I don't get it. And it's like, I guess they took that red pill thing or whatever it's called, and they just was falling down that Trump rabbit hole, and now they're caught like little fishies in the net out the water. They're done. And we're technically done too, but we're smarter than them. So we got plans. We got things we're trying to do. We're working on stuff, especially us.
So I'm on the expressway driving to work this morning, people holding up traffic. So you know how we do. We get on side of them and want to look at them. Why all of them Latinos all of a sudden? Now all of a sudden y'all want to drive the speed limit? It's too late. Y'all getting put up out of here. If I got to call ICE myself, if you even look undocumented, goddamn it, I'm calling ICE. I'm going to come to the restaurant, and when you come serve my table and I ask for extra ice, you better not blink twice. That's going to let me know you undocumented. If I say the word ICE and you get a little nervous, I already know what's going on. So when I call that motherfucking restaurant later on and I order 100 tacos to go, motherfucker, I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about you and your little children. So get your little salsa and your little sombreros and your guacamole and get y'all motherfucking ass back on the other side of that wall. Yeah, I'm with it. Get out. Y'all want to vote for the motherfucker? Let's roll. All of them. Every single one of y'all. 17 people in a one-bedroom apartment. It's a fire hazard in a goddamn way. Get up out of here. Let's roll. What our grandmas used to say when we was kids, oh, y'all don't believe fat meat greasy. Yeah, we getting y'all up out this motherfucker. Y'all voted for this goddamn food? Yeah, it's going down. We gonna holler at you. Arrivederci, motherfuckers.
As a Latino, I've never been more embarrassed and more disappointed in the Latin community for even voting or thinking of voting for Trump. Voting against your own self-interest is counterproductive. It's insane to me. Like, y'all don't make no sense. What's not clicking? And let's be very serious. Latinos voted for Trump because they want to be as close to whiteness as possible. It's because they are anti-black. It's because of the internalized racism. It's because of the pure not even internalized. It's for the outward racism. That's really mainly what it was. And let's not forget the misogyny of it all. Let's not forget that, because one thing a Latina woman is gonna do is gonna put her man, her son, and any male figure in the Latin community up on a pedestal with ease. And that's exactly what the Latino men thrive on. The women always putting them up on a pedestal. And that's really the sad part about it, because there is no reason why they should have been voting for Trump at all. I'm disappointed today, and I'm just so disappointed.
All right, guys, let's actually be honest here. Did the Latin community did the Latino vote for Trump not knowing what Trump was bringing to the table? Because as we have seen in this video, many of the Trump policies were not a secret. He had planned to mass deport many illegal immigrants. And when it comes to illegal immigrants, the Latino community is at the forefront. Okay, you might have voted knowing that, yeah, you got the naturalization, you got the citizenship, but what about your abuela? What about your sister? What about your cousin? What about your family members who are still maybe legal immigrants and hoping to be naturalized like you? And truth be told, Trump has said that he's actually planning to revoke even, birthright citizenship. And you are not safe either. Even though you got that naturalization, you are not safe, because Trump is coming for you. And when he starts actually doing this mass deportation, the Latino community is going to be at the forefront of the people who are going to be mass deported. I don't know if many of the Latino community, especially the Latino men, you voted against Kamala because he was black. If it was a racist vote, if it was, something like that, per se, I'm not sure. I'm not implicating that it is. That is a disclaimer. But if it was because of that, just remember actually that many Black Americans are gonna be there watching you guys be mass deported back to Mexico, back to South America or wherever you guys are coming from, because why would you vote like that against your own interest? Why would you vote as if you don't know what you're voting for? Because this wasn't a secret. Now you are crying. Now you are saying that it's not fair. Now, why did you vote for that in the first place? Did you think that he's gonna be, you're gonna be covered or something of the sort? Because many of the Latinos actually have this complexion of white adjacency. You think that you're the next thing to whiteness, and you are better off than the other colored people, especially Black people. What do you think that Donald Trump is gonna do? Actually, his first tenure, he built a wall between the United States and Mexico. What do you think he's gonna do now? Well, time will tell. It's only January, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But why vote against your own interest, Latino? Now you're actually, falling out with each other, calling out your men, and calling it not fair. What is going on? Thank you guys for watching this far. What do you think about this video? Do you think some of the people actually in the Latino community who voted for Trump are delusional to have thought and that they would be better off, and now they are saying it's not fair? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this far. Kindly subscribe if you're not, like the video, and as always guys, see you on the next episode.